This is how I'm testing my lighting. Any of you love crystals as much as I do? Yes, I am that woo-woo person that loves crystals. Judge me. Okay, so today I am really teal. I'm not sure why. We should just call this channel Dark Teal Nutrition, I guess. But anyway, let's get to today's topic. It's pretty standard in our society to measure our health based on our weight. And as a registered dietitian, I want to share with you that there are so many different ways that you can measure your health that go far beyond just the weight and the scale alone. Healthy eating can change your life in so many positive ways, physically, mentally, emotionally, and all of these things have nothing to do with weight. So today I want to talk about how weight should not be your only measure of success in your health journey, and a few things that get off. I want to walk you through why weight should not be our only measure of success and what to measure instead to feel happy, confident, and successful on your wellness journey. Hey there and welcome back, Dark Blue community. For those of you who are new, my name is Katie. I'm a registered dietitian and personal trainer, and I'm here to help you gain strength and confidence through fueling your body intuitively. So I find this topic is so important to bring up because I personally work with a lot of different clients that have several different goals in life and in their health journey, and I find that a lot of times they get stuck on weight alone. And while personally I feel that it's best to focus on health and wellness and just how you feel inside, I do understand that some people just want to lose weight, and I'm not opposed to that. But I do feel that focusing on just the numbers game itself is actually detrimental to your own mental health and your own physical health even. Going on diet after diet just isn't good for our bodies, and it isn't good for our self-esteem. And here's the thing, there's only so much we can really control when it comes to our weight. We have our own genetics, our own hormones, and we are our own individual persons. We can only control our weight so much. So let's jump into today's topic of what you can focus on instead, and just a little bit of the reasoning behind why I don't think that focusing on just weight alone is very useful or productive. So one of the main reasons why I try to shift away from weight alone when working with clients is because our weight fluctuates naturally. Our weight is not a stagnant number that just stays the same if you're good, or even like stays a certain way if you're bad. It fluctuates for reasons that are totally out of the scope of fat loss and fat gain. I think most people think when you're gaining weight, you're gaining fat, but that's totally not true. If you weigh your body at the beginning of the day and weigh it at the end of the day, you'll probably find that you get two totally different numbers. And that's because our body naturally fluctuates in weight because of water weight. So when you're first thing in the morning and you go pee, you're going to weigh a certain way because you're probably a little bit dehydrated just naturally from the process of, you know, sleeping and fasting for however many hours you sleep. But once you start to fuel your body with food and fluids, you're going to start to gain weight just because A, there's food in your stomach, and B, there is liquid in your body, which of course your body wants to hold on to for, you know, living reasons. You're a living being that needs water for so many different processes in your body. And so your body naturally wants that water and it wants to hold on to it. And that's nothing like, that's not the same as bloating. That's just a natural thing that the body does. You can also gain and lose weight based on hormones. So if it's your time of the month and you're a lady, then you can have hormones fluctuate and that impacts your weight as well. So the fluctuation in estrogen and progesterone actually helps the body tissues hold on to water, which is why so many of us, if not all of us, gain more weight during our period. It's, again, not that we're doing anything wrong, it's just that that's what our body does and it's a natural thing. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but being dehydrated and then rehydrating can make it seem like we gained weight even when it was just our bodies holding on to that water. We can also seemingly gain weight from sodium. So if you have a tiny bit more sodium one day, then your body naturally tries to hold on to more water to balance out your electrolytes in your body, and that causes temporary weight gain. Of course, we try to shoot for a moderate amount of sodium so we don't have that problem quite as much, but again, not fat gain. That is simply just your body doing its natural thing and trying to balance out your electrolytes in your body so your body can maintain homeostasis. Your body has your back. So that's why I think it's not totally productive to hover over the scale and just weigh in and day out to see those tiny little fluctuations, because there's so many factors that go into it. The other thing is the mental side of it. Obsessing over a number and over the scale is not a good way to have a positive relationship with food and our bodies. You are not just a number, so focusing on what your body is doing wrong, I feel, is just personally not the way to do it. We can't shame ourselves into change, and negative reinforcement has been shown time and time again to not work in the long term. Of course, you can shame your way into losing weight or shame your way into changing a habit in short term. I mean, how many of you have had some cake or dessert and then shamed your way to exercising the next day and swearing that you're going to keep to it and that you're going to burn off all those calories, only to stop days or moments after starting that goal? It's just not a way to do it. The more positive reinforcement we give ourselves, the more likely we are to stick to a goal and to feel good and to feel motivated. Self-compassion trumps self-hate every time. Of course, I'm probably gonna get some of you in the comments saying, well, hey Katie, I feel okay with weighing in and it works for me if I do it X or Y amount of times per week or per month. I'm all for doing what works for you. I'm not trying to force you or shame you into not ever weighing in on the scale. I'm just saying that if you feel that weighing in regularly is hurting you more than it's helping you, then it's not something that you have to do. There are so many other ways to measure your health, and the scale really just doesn't matter. It's how you feel inside, and if you feel good, then no number should matter. So ultimately, we want a sustainable, healthy relationship with food and our bodies, and weighing in too much can harm that. Potentially, it can also lead to disordered eating and disordered thoughts, or just poor self-esteem. So that's just another reason why it's not very sustainable long-term. So what can you focus on instead? So I have a number of things that I like to talk about with my clients, and I think that would help you, and how I personally kind of developed my relationship with food, because I have had also a struggle with having a poor relationship with food when I was a teenager, and that's what inspired me to be a dietitian today. So hopefully some of these things are some that you can apply in your life, and I'd really love to hear in the comments below what you think that you can measure this week. So the first one is energy. Are you feeling like you need less coffee or caffeine in the morning? Are you feeling like you are more inspired to do the things that you love throughout the day? Are you just all around more motivated and more happy to start your day? Those are all things that are great to measure when you're seeing, does this diet change or does this change in how I'm eating or how I'm exercising impact me? That's one of the things that I like to measure when I'm measuring, am I feeling good with my exercise routine? Am I feeling good with my current diet? And by diet, I just mean what I'm eating and the nutrition of it. I'm not meaning any particular like diet trend or anything like that. The next thing you can measure is your mental health. So are you feeling more confident in your body? Are you feeling more active? Are you feeling more likely to get outside with friends? Are you more social? And are you more inspired to speak your mind? I know we don't always directly correlate mental health with physical health and nutritional health, but they really go hand in hand. So when we're feeling confident in our bodies, we're also feeling confident in our mind, and we're more likely to be social and happy and spread that to others. That's a good way to measure if you're having success with your health journey. The next two things are strength and mobility. So I have a lot of clients that start off at 2,000 steps a day, and by the time they're done, they're doing 10,000 steps a day. That's one example of just being more mobile and more able to move throughout the day. So there's nothing wrong with being sedentary to start. We all have to start somewhere, but as you go along, I think you'll find that the more steps you take, the more you can take in weeks and months to come. And the more veggies you include, the more energy and endurance you'll have for exercise in the weeks and months to come after that. So this can be with a sport, or just if you do cardio or strength training at the gym. Either of these things you can measure strength and mobility with. The next thing is endurance. So for example, I'll use cardio again. Some of you might do a walk here and there, and then as you progress in your health journey, you can eventually do a 5K or a 10K or a half marathon. This is a good way to measure progress with your aerobic training and see if you're improving. So there's absolutely no rush to this, but I think most of us who start on a health and fitness journey want to eventually progress slowly but surely. And so you can start out with whatever feels comfortable for you. Even if you keep doing the same, let's say 1 mile walk or 1 mile jog, maybe you improve your time, or maybe you work from a couch to 5K by doing like something like the Couch to 5K app. These are all things that can help you measure your progress without measuring on the scale. So what are your thoughts on this topic? I'd really love to hear in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think that weighing in has been helpful for you, and do you think it's something that is sustainable long term for you? Or do you feel like you want something else to measure instead so you can focus in on different things other than just your weight? So no answer is the wrong answer. I'm open to all ideas and thoughts, so don't be afraid to comment below. I promise I don't bite. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will leave a couple links in the description box so you can coach with me or find me on my website, or just look at other videos that I've made. I'm making a video every week and sometimes twice a week, so I hope you'll subscribe if you enjoy intuitive eating, fitness, and nutrition, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.